Sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button and turn your notifications so you are notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for the love and support you all shower me here with. I am grateful. And a very big shout out to all my members. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. So today we'll be talking something very important. And before we get into this video, I am bringing this video because, like, you know, especially women, you all, mostly husbands also, you all really need to be sure of where you are going for treatment. Or I mean, make sure if you are using a male doctor, make sure you're someone you know really very well, because this time around it looks like you cannot even know them enough, because I don't see how something like this is really happening. But I am grateful that it happened and they caught him, because if they did not, I don't know, like, so many other people would still be assaulted and the rest of it. And it's about an Asian doctor, Asian doctor who actually has been doing some horrible things to his patient. And while he is doing all these horrible things, he ends up recording them. And how does he do it? He drugged them and then do what he want to do to them, and then that's all. So most of them actually wake up not even knowing what went wrong or what happened. Like, they moved around and continued there. But the one that broke the camel back was the one he did something to, but that one kept complaining that I am feeling so and so way, right? But they were, like, you know, trying to hide everything from her, and eventually the girlfriend caught him. How? Through his phone. So all this while he's been doing all this to women, he record them and keep them on his phone and maybe his laptop. But I am really grateful that they caught him. That is number one, because I don't know how many people that would have gone through all this without even knowing. And also, I want you all women to really be very careful. Make sure you know the doctor you are going to. That is just the make sure you know the doctor you are going to really well. I am going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. Let me know what you all think in the comments section.
A New York City doctor raped upwards of 12 women and filmed them, and the police and the prosecutors need your help in getting the word out about his prosecution so that they can hopefully reach those 6 other women who have yet to be identified, and helping to put him away for the rest of eternity. This is 33-year-old G. Allen Cheng, who was a gastroenterologist at New York Presbyterian Queens Hospital in Queens, New York. Cheng was originally arrested back in December of 2022 for drugging and graping his own girlfriend while she was passed out. But when she woke up, she not only found the video of him graping her, but also found multiple videos of her boyfriend essaying other women. Police identified 6 other women from those videos other than Cheng's ex-girlfriend, and at least 3 of them took place in a medical setting where Cheng abused his position as a physician to sedate those women and then SA them while they were passed out. One of those women was a 19-year-old at the time and went to Cheng for gallstones, and Cheng ordered unnecessary rectal exam for his pleasure. She stated that when she woke up, she didn't remember anything except realizing that she had pain everywhere, including her legs. And when she complained to the people at New York Presbyterian Queens, you know, the place where amazing things happen here, they, without giving her any reason, made her take an HIV test. She continues on to state that she's now scared of doctors, and she hopes God doesn't make her sick because she doesn't want to go again. 2 other female patients are also seen at the hospital, one a 37-year-old and another a 47-year-old woman, both being essayed while they are also knocked out. When police searched Cheng's apartment, unsurprisingly, they found a load of narcotics, including fentanyl, ketamine, cocaine, as well as LSD and MDMA, and also unsurprisingly, common sedatives found at hospitals like propofol and sevoflurane. And if hearing that list makes you go, huh, it doesn't seem like his only victims were at the hospital, that would make you correct, because there is an equal if not a longer list of victims that he took advantage of at his apartment. In addition to his ex-girlfriend, he also raped 2 women that he met on an online dating site, one in 2021 and the other in 2022. And in the videos, both of the women are seen completely unconscious as Cheng takes advantage of them. And in one of the videos, the woman has a brown bottle that is identical to the brown bottle that sevoflurane comes in right next to her. The fourth identified apartment victim, who was technically the seventh overall identified victim of Cheng's, was actually an acquaintance of his who stayed over his house multiple times between 2020 and 2022 as a friend and is seen in multiple videos passed out while he takes advantage of her. And in every single one of these cases, the women state that they do not remember a single thing. Now, if you've been paying close enough attention to this video, then hopefully you've been noticing that I've been emphasizing the word identified, because there are at least 6 other women who have not been identified from the videos that they found in Cheng's apartment. And even though Sh0cking Cheng worked at New York Presbyterian Queens Hospital in New York City, he did his residency on the other side of the country in San Francisco, California at Sutter Home at California Pacific Medical Center. And before that, he did his internship at Santa Clara Valley Medical Center in San Jose, California. However, Santa Clara Valley Medical Center released a statement stating that Cheng never sedated any patients while he was working at their facilities. And potentially because of the geotags on the videos, police are stating that of the 6 women, at least 1 other was in a medical facility, 1 was in San Francisco, 1 was in Las Vegas, and another victim was in Thailand. Here's another photo of Sh0cking Cheng, but please help get justice for these women, because this information about Cheng's case needs to reach those other victims so that if they feel brave enough to join the case, they can help put this man behind bars for the rest of his life. If you're watching this video and you've been victimized by Sh0cking Cheng, please know that justice is out there for you, so please reach out to Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz at this number right away. Otherwise, please help get the word out about this case, and please stay safe. A New York City doctor raped upwards of 12 women and filmed them.
To the gynecologist who was wondering why some women may prefer to be treated by women as opposed to him, this is exactly why. Now, I'm sure some of you are thinking, but I would never do that. In fact, most men never do that. So it goes to show how little sense that decision makes. The thing is, there are a lot of people, regardless of anatomy, who are aware that due to patriarchy, some of you feel entitled to always being picked for the job, especially over women. But because entitlement on the basis of maleness is pathetic, you've told yourself that you are the most superior individual for the job. And so if a woman is selected for the job over you, it's because the decision was made incorrectly. And that same attitude has given some of you a sense of entitlement to other people's bodies. And there are women who don't feel that they can afford to take that risk finding out whether you are one of them. If you are not able to practice empathy in understanding that, then you have proven yourself to not be the best person for the job. Rather than blaming women for not recognizing you as the best person for the job, try asking women what you can do to be the best person for the job.
Remember that guy that said he needs help understanding why some women will only go to female gynecologist? Exhibit A. He's not even a GYN, but you get it. There have been way too many instances of women not being safe with male providers. If that man had done even a smidgen of research, he would have gotten all the answer he needed. When men get online to ask these disingenuous ass questions, when there's a wealth of information at their fingertips.
This is why women don't trust male doctors. This is exactly why. You have to treat every gun like it's loaded. Great for y'all that are great male doctors, but you can't tell me you don't understand why women don't want to go to male doctors or really male anything. This man went to different countries with this shit. He had the videos on his fucking phone. And the fibroid slayer came on here and said, I just don't understand why women would rather go to female gynecologists than male. Because of shit like this. Because if something like this happens to us, then the question is, well, you went with a male doctor. What do you expect? Mr. Fibroid Slayer knows this. Ain't no way he picked gynecology and they didn't tell him during his training. He knows all of this. But instead of him to be a better doctor, he wants to be fucking obtuse. That's why you have low health grade score. This is why women don't trust male doctors. This is exactly...
I want you to know that the way they got this guy was that his girlfriend, his 19-year-old girlfriend, back in December, found a video on his computer of him drugging her with liquid anesthesia. He drugged her and sexually assaulted her, and she didn't know. She had no recollection. She watched herself getting sexually assaulted on a computer screen. So he was arrested back in December 2022, and then I guess they got a warrant for his computer. And this past Monday, they added an additional 50 counts. One of his victims, he's a gastroenterologist, I gotta add. He's not even a fucking gynecologist. Gastroenterologist. One of his victims went in for a pre-op. She was going to get like gallstones removed the next day. And he did a rectal exam on her unnecessarily. Another patient went in for a pre-op as well. And he, without notice, by surprise, stuck her with a needle, put her under. She wakes up and he's not there. And she's roaming the halls like, what happened? She went to the police. She went to the hospital. She ended up having to sue the hospital for helping him to cover it up because they weren't turning over footage, surveillance footage. And that was before the girlfriend found the video. And I just want to remark that this guy, he finished his residency in 2020. His first victim was within a year of practicing medicine. And within 2 years, he had been arrested. And just like they didn't believe the girl that woke up and was roaming the halls like, where the fuck am I? What happened? Just like they didn't believe her, he expected that they don't believe the women. They'll always believe the doctor. And that's why he was so fucking bold that he created and saved evidence of himself sexually assaulting women. Who's going to believe them? It's never going to get to the point where they're looking at my computer. It's safe there. How fucked up do you have to be to not only do this to women, but then also create evidence and keep it? Anyway, yeah, male doctors.
Some people deserve to be in hell, and this doctor is one of them. So a 33-year-old physician by the name of Alan Cheng, who works for the NYP, New York Presbyterian System, he works predominantly in the Queens Campus Hospital, is being charged with rape and filming his unconscious patients. Dr. Zai Alan Cheng has been charged with 50 counts of rape and drugging female patients in New York. So the way this all came about is the girlfriend went through his phone and discovered a lot of disturbing video material of herself and other women. It says here, in December 2022, Cheng's ex-girlfriend claimed that he had knocked her out with liquid soaked cotton inside of a KN95 mask and then recorded her essay. She also, I guess after the situation happened, she went through the phone and then found subsequent footage of him, the doctor, Dr. Cheng, assaulting her and other women at his place of work at the hospital. After his arrest, they found out that he was responsible for attacks in New York City, Las Vegas, San Francisco, and Thailand. His victims were between the ages of 19 and 47. The police went on to search his home after his arrest and found fentanyl, ketamine, LSD, and other surgical anesthetics. The report also stated that his first incident was in 2021, where he groped a 37-year-old patient, and he's also being charged for the rape of a 19-year-old patient who was able to recall her untoward interaction with him when she was supposed to have gallbladder surgery. Prosecutors claim that the woman woke up with quote-unquote extreme pain in her lower abdomen, and then when she woke up, the doctor was no longer in her room after he unexpectedly injected her. Now, the thing that really blows me about this case is this man is 33 years old. The average age of a med student is about 24, 25 years old. So if he started at 24, 4 years of med school, that's 28. He says he's a gastroenterologist. So let's say maybe he's in the beginning of his residency. If he were to do internal medicine, that's another 3 years, right? So that's 31. He's 33. So you mean to tell me he did all of this schooling, right, just to prey on innocent women and people that are seeking his help for medical care. He has since been fired. He is in custody. I believe he's at Rikers Island, and New York Presbyterian has been cooperating fully.
If you didn't watch the video I posted yesterday, this is D0ing Chang, a 33-year-old former gastroenterologist from New York Presbyterian Hospital in Queens, New York. Chang was charged with over 50 counts on Monday of drugging and assaulting women. This discovery comes from his 19-year-old former girlfriend, who found video footage of him not only assaulting her while unconscious, but other women as well. Nicholas Liakis is an attorney for one of Chang's victims. He spoke with ABC News yesterday, describing how Chang broke hospital protocol by being alone, unattended, in the room with his patient.
Security cameras revealed that Dr. Chang went into her room alone, which is against protocol. He was in there for almost 20 minutes.
To make matters worse, the victim did file a complaint with New York Presbyterian following the incident. They did open an investigation, however, she was still scheduled to have her surgery performed by Dr. Chang the very next day. In addition, an HIV test was conducted on the victim the day she was released from the hospital following her gallbladder surgery. Attorney Nicholas Liakis says that the hospital conspired to cover up her assault by failing to tell her what had happened, failing to test or treat her for the illegal and dangerous injection of drugs she had been given, and refusing to call the police. New York Presbyterian Hospital has not commented on that specific case. However, they did release a statement yesterday saying that as caregivers, we are responsible for the safety and well-being of our patients. It is a sacred trust. The crimes committed by this individual are heinous, despicable, and a fundamental betrayal of our mission and our patients' trust. They say that they are fully cooperating with the Queens District Attorney's Office, the NYPD, and the NYS Department of Health. Melinda Katz, the Queens DA, has asked anyone with information regarding other victims to please come forward. If you know someone or you think that you could be a victim of Dr. Chang's, you can go to Dr. Chang Lawsuit and request to have a free consultation with an attorney. As more information comes out on this case, I will be sure to keep you updated.
Imagine feeling safe with your doctor during every visit, only to learn that he's been a silent predator to his patients. Dr. D0ing Chang, a gastroenterologist at New York Presbyterian Queens, has been accused of a series of sexual assaults. The initial charges, which led to his dismissal from the hospital in December, revolved around allegations of drugging and raping his girlfriend. But then, investigators found videos of him sexually assaulting other women at his home and at his workplace. Recently, Chang faced an additional 50 charges in a Queens court spanning from rape to unlawful surveillance. While he says he's innocent, the evidence shows a different story. Chang allegedly used anesthesia to make his victims unconscious during these attacks, and some of the victims can't even remember being harmed. There's a concern that there might be more unknown victims, and evidence suggests that he might have committed similar acts not just in New York, but also in places like Las Vegas, San Francisco, and Thailand. Now, there's a Queens District Attorney by the name of Melinda Katz, and she describes Chang as a sexual predator of the absolute worst kind, urging those with information on potential victims to step forward. Following the charges, Chang returned to Rikers Island Jail, highlighting an alarming trend in New York where medical professionals abuse their authority. A couple of similar cases include Dr. Robert A. Hayden, who was sentenced to 20 years for sexual assault, and Dr. Riccardo Cruciani, who was convicted of related crimes last year. Dr. Chang's career in New York was still quite new. He studied medicine in Albany, did further training in San Francisco, and then he got his license to be a doctor in New York in June of 2020. But within a year, he was implicated in a sexual assault at the very hospital that employed him. The women who are said to have been harmed by him are aged between 19 and 47. And in a notable case, a 19-year-old patient accused Chang of sexually assaulting her after an unnecessary medical procedure. She claims that he injected her with an unknown substance. She later sued the hospital, claiming that they tried to cover up what happened and failed to protect her. After these incidents, New York Presbyterian Hospital agreed to pay settlements to the victims. They also said that they are taking steps to improve safety and train their staff better. Adam Slater, who speaks on behalf of one of Chang's victims, thinks this problem is much bigger than just one doctor. He believes that there's an issue with safety in hospitals overall, and if so, this is truly shocking and a wake-up call for all of us. It's a reminder of the trust we place in medical professionals and how essential it is to safeguard that trust. This is obviously a developing case as there are more victims stepping forward, but what are your thoughts on this crazy story? Go ahead and comment below.
So this is all I got from the video. Stitches, man, there are some things you see and you are really like, what is going on? And I remember there was a video circulating around, I think as at last week, a black man asking why do women feel free and feel safer going to women for gynecologists and the rest of it. Like, why do women prefer female doctors to male doctors? And this is also one of them. A lot of black people did not find that video funny. Like, they were like, how dare you ask some nasty and silly questions? And now you can see why women prefer to go to female doctors. Like, it's just all over. It's just it's something you don't need to hide. I mean, it's things like this. And I am bringing this here because, like, you know, some people may have gone to him, like they noticed that something happened, but they were actually not sure what happened, right? And it's just really very crazy that somebody spent how many years in school, came out, became a doctor just to be doing, I mean, this ugly thing. It's just horrible. And this is also more like a wake-up call for women, so that they know where they are going, and they make sure that they trust the male doctor they are dealing with. Because as you can see, once they once they drug you or something like that, I am sure like you're gonna pass away. You won't even know what is going on. Or maybe some people end up knowing that something happened but without any evidence. And you can imagine how many women he has done something like this to. I mean, 50 counts, and he is still pleading not guilty. I mean, I hope he stays in that cell, like, you know, lock him away and throw out the key, because that is where he belongs. Because if, like, how do people, I just don't understand it, but the whole world is just a mess. Some people are a big time mess. How do you go to school, finish school, come out to be doing horrible things like this? I mean, to women. I mean, how? But then, like I said, it is a big time wake-up call for a lot of women, so they know where they are going to. They know the doctor they are dealing with. Make sure you trust the doctor you are dealing with. It is very, very important. And also, I remember also the one that how they decapitated a black baby's head. Please, please be sure where you are going to. I won't stop screaming it, because, like, you know, there are some things you see, you know, that you really have to bring it. So people need to be aware of what is going on. And this is where I'm going to draw the curtain. Thank you so much for the support. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.